Hot off the heels of the release of Precision Farming last week, Giants drops a true mother of all bombs on us today with the news that the Plains and Praries pack, which is the second DLC in the Year 1 Season Pass, will include not only 3 new brands, but also the return of Vaderstad and Salford, making up 21 different vehicles, trailers, or other tools. Oh, and by the way, it's going to be releasing in just 3 weeks on June 3rd. Most notably, Ford tractors will be officially licensed in Farming Simulator 25 with the Ford 976 coming in at 360 horsepower and the 1156 at 470 horsepower. Could this be as big a news as John Deere was for FS19? Maybe bigger news. Let me know down in the comments. I'm sure some of you folks are already typing away down in the comments as to if this means we will see F-150s or other Ford trucks in the game going forward, either from Giants or as mods on console. Well, the answer is simply, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't hold much hope for that happening because Ford Tractor and Ford Motor Company are very different entities. In fact, in 1991, Ford sold its tractor division to Fiat. A quick history from the web goes like this. In 1970, Henry Ford developed the Fordson tractor. In 1939, the Ford and Ferguson era began, where Ford tractors incorporated the Ferguson 3-point hitch system. Starting around the 1960s through the 1990s, Ford tractors also purchased New Holland and Versatile, and then, as I mentioned earlier, in 1991, Ford sold its tractor division to Fiat. So depending on how the licensing is set up, it may exclude other Ford vehicles that are not technically tractors by their classification. The size of the Plains and Praries pack rivals other big DLCs that we've seen in previous farm sims, like the Class expansion, also known as the Platinum expansion for FS19. I think that included 30 plus vehicles and implements, or the Kuverlin and Vicom pack, again in FS19, that I think included about 20 implements. Joining Ford for the FS25 party, we also have Gia and Trout River. Now, I used to pronounce Gia, G-E-A, but I learned how to properly pronounce it by watching a marketing video on their website, and indeed, it sounds like he's saying Gia. Either way, in researching this video, I learned a lot more about Gia. I had not realized that they were far more than just a supplier of liquid manure transport and application tools. That's where I see them most here in the US. Directly from their website, Gia is one of the world's largest system suppliers for the food, beverage, and pharmaceutical sectors. Our portfolio includes machinery and plants, as well as advanced process technology, components, and comprehensive services. Used across diverse industries, they enhance the sustainability and efficiency of production processes globally. Now, with respect to agriculture and dairy farming in specific, they have solutions for milking, feeding, manure transport and application, of course, hygiene, and herd management software. For those who want to learn more, I've got a link to that down in the description below. In fact, I've got a link to lots of stuff down in the description below. Links for just about every piece of machinery that is going to be in this pack. Virtual dairy farmers can now apply liquid manure to their fields with the EL48 6D 4800 or the EL48 8D 7900. The 6D has 3 axles while the 8D has 4. And to keep those slurry spreaders full and working in the fields, we now have an American-style semi-trailer with the STR 44-7, a 4-axle, 47-foot or 14.32 meter trailer that can hold 10,500 gallons or 39,800 liters worth of slurry. I have links once again in the description below for both the EL48 line of slurry spreaders and the STR line of semi-manure tankers. Trout River Industries is a Canadian company that is known worldwide for their live bottom trailers for over 25 years. Now players can use their live bottom rear lift trailer to haul all sorts of field types and easily unload where previously a wheel loader, telehandler, or front loader would have been needed. While this isn't the first rear lift trailer to make its way to Farm Sim, it's nice to have one with more of a North American style. Again, link down in the description below. In this same image of the rear lift trailer, we see the back end of the new International LT Series semi-tractor. That is also going to be coming with the pack. Vaderstad makes a return to the game with 7 tractors, or should I say 4 different product lines and 3 very specific tractors. In the Vaderstad 1080 Big Roy, as we see here, the Vaderstad variant of the Ford/Vaderstad 976 and 1156 tractors. Pretty much the same, just the badging is going to be different. We then jump forward to the modern offerings with the Delta Track, which is Vaderstad's answer to the Case Quad Track or the John Deere 9RX. The Delta Track is available in 3 variants in real life. How many variants will we have in the pack? Well, in just 3 weeks, we're going to be able to find out. We also have the MFWD, or the mechanical front wheel drive tractors, and these make use of an actual drive axle to power the front wheels, versus typically you see hydraulic power being used for the front axles. The MFWD line of tractors has power ratings between 275 horsepower and 365. Just like the Delta Track, we'll have to wait and see how many of these variants we'll be able to configure in the shop. For smaller farms or maybe a quality yard tractor, we've got the Vaderstad Nemesis. These tractors range in horsepower from 170 to 250, and again, we're going to have to either wait for fact sheets or the release of the DLC to see how many configuration variations we're going to have. Now, a good yard tractor has to have a front loader, and for that we have the Vaderstad V7 front loader arms that are also included with this pack. This pack also brings us big seeding and planting with the Seedhawk 84 seeder and its companion PD1000 air cart, as well as the Tempo K24 planter from Vaderstad. The K24 is set up to plant 24 rows at 30-inch separation, which means in one pass we can plant 60 feet or 18.29 meters worth of crop. The PD1000 air cart is set up to tow behind configuration and will hold up to 1,000 bushels of seed and fertilizer. Couple this with the Seedhawk 84 and there isn't a field too big to tackle. That's right, the Seedhawk 84 has a working width of 84 feet or 25.6 meters with 12-inch row spacing. As we continue with big equipment, we have a Salford Independent Series 1260, a 60-foot or 18.29 meter disc, which is sure to make quick work for your tillage needs. How about the 9629 air boom applicator for solid fertilizer, again from Salford? The website says it's the largest pull type air boom applicator on the market with a 72-foot boom. I'm sure some of you are wondering if this can be used for lime as well. Well, sorry to break it to you, but according to their website, no, this is not intended for lime application. It lists solid fertilizer and seed only. Now, it would be interesting to see if we're going to be able to broadcast seed, possibly grass seed, with this thing in the game. Well, again, just going to have to wait and see to find out. Now, not to be outdone, there isn't just one, but 2 new fertilizer spreader options. We have the trailed Salford spreader, which we just talked about, and the Fendt Rogator 900 series. In real life, it can be equipped with solid or liquid applicators. The blog post, though, talks about it being used for solid fertilizer. So once again, we'll have to wait either for the fact sheets or the release to see if we're going to have configuration options for liquid as well as solid. The Rogator has a cool feature in being able to raise its height up in real life to work with taller crops. So it's also going to be interesting to see if we have that functionality as well. Now we have a big disc, a big seeder, a big planter, as well as 2 large fertilizer spreaders. When it comes time to harvest, we're also going to need a large grain cart And for that, we have the Brand DXT 2500 grain cart. It's also going to be included with this pack. Able to transport up to 2,500 bushels of grain and unload speeds between 850 and 1,000 bushels per minute. Keeping up with multiple harvesters won't be a problem when it comes to time to transport your grain to market or back to the farm. Wow, what a pack indeed. Giants seems to have doubled down when it comes to big equipment with the first 2 packs of the Year 1 Season Pass. First, we have the Nexat pack, and now we have Plains and Praries DLC coming on June 3rd, again just 3 weeks away. As of the time of this recording, I do not know how much this pack is going to cost, but pre-orders are now open now that the announcement's live, and those who picked up the Year 1 Season Pass, you already own it. You don't need to do anything other than wait until June 3rd to be able to download and make use of this pack. For those of you who do not have the Year 1 Season Pass and wish to pre-order either the DLC or pick up the Year 1 Season Pass, it'd be great if you consider using my affiliate link in the description below. I not only get a little percent of each purchase, it will also help move me from silver to gold partner. Also note that any download from the Giants eShop is going to work with any PC install of the game, be that Steam, Epic, physical copy, or again, Giants digital download. I'm guessing that we're going to see fact sheets starting to drop this coming Friday. So if you're not a subscriber, it'd be great if you go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel as well as clicking the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new FS25 news videos, as well as go live with FS25 live streams and all my other upcoming Farm Sim 25 content. Until next time, happy farming.